How in the world am I supposed to do an intro? I can't swear too? What kind of restriction is this? Oh, I'm supposed to explain who I am too? Okay, well, whatever. Hi, hello, I'm Yitch. Okay, if you don't know what my name means, it's pretty much Jay, but like in reverse. I'm also like Jay's voice in their head. Like, we have conversations in there sometimes. I say really out of pocket stuff. He says really out of pocket stuff as well. It's like complimenting each other, even though I really screwed their brain up a lot, but you know what, whatever. I don't really care anymore. It's all behind us. Me. I don't know. I really don't care. We don't care at this point. Okay. This is Yitch. I am taking over Jay's shower thoughts. It is Yitch's shower thoughts now. Yeah? Alright, that's cool. This is Yitch's shower thoughts now. And as you're probably seen from the title, no, probably, the heck am I talking about? Obviously seen from the title. We're talking about our good old parents, our good old people. It's pretty significant, because the thing is, they are significant people in our lives. They brought us into this world. Ugh, gross, why'd I sound like that? We got shut out of them. They raised us and shit, and yeah. But the thing is, while they're raising us, during the process of raising us to be full-fledged adults, there are a shit ton of them that fail to raise us into actual full-fledged adults. Because by the time we're quote-unquote full-fledged adults, we're not even mentally stable at this point. Because, well, you see in the society, a lot of us are pretty fucked. Not to generalize or anything, but I mean, it is what it is. That's what happens if, like, you choose to be so horrendously close-minded to the point you don't even see what's wrong with your goddamn actions. And even worse, you project your own problems, your own repressed problems that you don't even realize you have, onto your kids, thinking that, hey, this is for their own good. It will be what's best for them. But it is for their own good. Well, explain to me how and why your actions are supposed to be for the better of your child. Because if you really, really want what's best for your kid, then shouldn't the kid be the one to decide what's best for them? Because me and Jay realize a lot of what's happening right now, like a lot of the relationships between parent and child, they stem from like parents imposing their expectations on their kid. Why? Because, well, I don't know. I'm not really too sure on this myself, but what Jay speculates is that parents are like this because, where is it? Because they want to use kids as puppets to do their bidding, because they bet that they're either too tired or too much of a coward to guarantee what they want for themselves. Like, in short, they just really want to use the kid to, like, do their bidding, like a proxy war, you know? But this time the proxy war is for themselves and the kid that doesn't want to be involved in the first place. You know, funny enough, this thought came about because we were scrolling through like our YouTube recommendations because we were really running out of stuff to watch, and we came across a YouTube video of a title, like, I don't know how to say this. Like the thumbnail of the video was like, the streets are feeling gender reveals or something like that. And then thought process pretty much just went from why the fuck do they even do that to them imposing their expectations on us since we were born, maybe even before that, and yeah, that's how this came all about. Also, speaking of gender reveals, yeah, why the fuck do they do that? Like, gender reveals, I never put that much thought into them. Like, oh, okay, they're just announcing that they got a kid. But gender reveals, going to the extent of proclaiming to the world that, hey, my kid's this gender, my kid's that gender. To the point of even causing fires! What? That's so, one, that's absolutely fucking redundant. Two, that's still absolutely fucking redundant. The number one, in the sense that you don't need to be that extra. Two, in the sense that you don't need to even announce to the world that you were giving birth to this gender. Why are people even celebrating about that? It's just a fucking kid. Oh right, they want to control them. That's why they're celebrating. It's this long-standing tradition of misogyny and oppression because of someone's gender, and they decide to keep on going with the gender reveal because why fucking not? Sure, it's nice and all, it's just a cute little gender reveal that, hey, my kid's a girl, my kid's a boy. But you do realize, please just think about what I said, you do realize that this is an implication of you already determining their life, of what you want their life to be like, right? Like a fucking storybook, like a fairy tale destined for a happy ending, only catering to you. That ending might not be happy for them. And the worst thing, they're not even born yet. But in this society, I do get why parents would want to do that, because they want their kid to survive, be financially stable and all that, and not fall into financial ruin and whatever. But really, who really were the ones that started all of these problems in society, huh? That's definitely not us. Because the thing is, all of this is on you, on these parents, on their parents, and on their parents' parents, that made all of us suffer in today's world. I don't mean to bring in all the same words and whatnot, but it's true. But yeah, there's also the case where, like, parents raise their kids expecting them to not be gay the whole time. Hello, since when did you ever rule out the possibility that they might like the same gender? Why would you think that possibility was completely ruled out? Some of you might argue that, hey, I have really no reason to constantly bring up the LGBTQ plus community when, please, I do. I really do, because it's a part of people's identity, who they like, their sexuality, how they identify as, what they identify as, I mean. And the fact that parents are also trying to control that really says a lot. Like, it's not just about, like, financial stability. They really, really want to control these kids. And for what? Just because they couldn't express it themselves as well, to the point they have to make sure that they also have to make sure that their kid can't do the same, like going through extreme lengths just so their kid suffers the same way they did, but probably even worse. What kind of stupid cowardice is this? But since we're from completely different generations, I don't want to push on to my speculations about why they want to push on their expectations onto their kids. I don't like doing that anyway. It's just, I find it kind of fun to speculate why people do the way they did. People do the things that they do. And, well, turns out a lot of the times I'm right, but I don't want to be so, how do I say this, egotistical to the point that, hey, all of my reasons are right. Everyone's different. My thought process is not the same as theirs. So who am I to say that, right? And plus, I'm pretty sure everyone in our generation will be more than willing to listen to your reasons, to the parents' reasons as to why they want to do that. But the thing is, will they listen to us? Well, beats me. I don't know. Every parent is different. Their upbringings are different. But most of them have the same traditional mindset that they are not willing to change. Unless you're also baffled by the fact that we're willing to listen to you to the point you don't want to listen to us because of that shock. Well, to that I say, wow, this is some next level generational trauma right here. But then again, I've said this a bajillion of times already, I do not want to generalize, but again, just a speculation, you get my gist, something like that. Oh yeah, there's the bit about the respect your elders thing too. That saying was so deeply rooted, and for what? Sure, respect your elders, but like it increases this distrust between family members. Like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to respect them, but we're not supposed to get that back? And because of that, we're still supposed to respect you? I mean, okay, sure, that might show that next level maturity that, hey, regardless of all the mistreatment, we're supposed to treat you with respect. No! If you freaking think about it, that's just manipulation. The elders, like, that saying is like implying that, hey, these elders have every obligation to mistreat you because regardless, they'll still be treated the same way. And I'm not just talking about like grandmas, grandparents or whatnot. It's any elder, basically, any elder in the family. Or maybe since because of that very same reasoning, a lot of parents are so controlling over the kids because they also never had the free will to do anything they wish in their own homes. And so they think the next best thing is to rein control over their kids in order to help themselves regain control of themselves. Does that make sense? How do I put this more simply? Like, to finally feel like they have free will, they control others to make it seem as if they finally have that free will. Like how a lot of people in our generation cut our hair a lot. I don't really do that, but I recently cut my own hair, like I trimmed it, and now I kind of see why. Because when I looked at the results in the mirror, I was satisfied. No wonder people did that. No wonder people like to cut their hair like every so often. It's just so they can, how do I say this, liberate themselves. But now this isn't about cutting hair, it's about cutting relationships between parent and child and ultimately damaging it as a whole and being it nearly impossible to mend. All because there's forever this deeply rooted state of quote-unquote authority that must for some reason be instated so that the position of parent and child is there. But where's the trust? Where's the respect? You see, respect comes from trust. Both of them are intertwined. They're connected with each other. If you don't respect someone, you don't trust them. If you don't trust someone, you don't respect them. How are you supposed to respect someone if you don't trust them? How are you supposed to trust someone if you don't respect them? It doesn't make sense because they connect. And a lot of elders never seem to get that into their heads because it's not what they're taught. They're taught much different things. And it's really sad, but you know what? It's up to them whether they want to listen to us or not. Because I've said this... what the fuck am I saying? Because I've said this before. I, and I'm sure many others as well, are more than willing to listen. We are more than willing to listen to your reasons. But again, really, it's up to them whether or not they want to listen to us. Whether or not they want to realize their mistakes. But they're adults. They should be wise. No. Just because they're adults doesn't mean they have completely learned from their mistakes. I'm sure even us, when we grow up, we're still going to end up repressing the mistakes and moving on as if nothing ever happened. Well, joke's on you. It's still there, and as long as you keep repressing it, as long as you don't accept that it's happening to you, it will forever haunt you for the rest of your life, and you will forever make that same mistake that you've been trying to repress. And I'm saying this from personal experience. But anyway, again, I can't really speculate or say for sure why'd he think that way, because completely different generations. I'm from Gen Z, my mom's a Gen X. We can't possibly think the exact same way, but I can see where they're coming from. So can they see ours? Anyway, that's the end. I did not expect to get this diplomatic, formal, but you know what? It's cool. I might appear in something more lighthearted next time, alright? I am not doing this shit again. I don't want to get way too serious again. Unless Jay forces me to, but you know what? It's cool. Alright, bye. Just get me the fuck out of here. Ooh, but my avatar looks kind of cool though. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for making me look good. Oh, what the fuck? You're calling that narcissism? Come on, my hair looks good. What the fuck do you mean?